Good morning, guys. It's the 26th, and we have a nice, the sun's getting hit a little bit. It's very cool right now. It's very nice out here. You can see way over there by that old house there. They cut the grass all down there, and they came in yesterday, and we're over here and cutting this. So they're starting to hack all this stuff down. I hope they come back today, get some more cut. So, something I wanted to talk about today, because a couple of people hit me on the messenger and was asking if I'd do one, and that's, looking for a wife when they come here. Some people look for a wife. One thing I do want to tell you, when this place does open, it's probably going to be after the election next year when it opens. I don't think it's going to be with this president. He's too vested in something else. But watch Grandpa Vlogger. He seems to be the best info on that. I see a lot of other ones that are just nothing but clickbait. So keep an eye on what he's got. He's pretty thorough, that guy. I like him the best to see what's going on. So, but I'll just go over how I did it. When I first started looking for a wife, I believe it was around 2004 or so. And I had been here before, so I wanted to come here. That was my plan all along. I wanted to come here. I had said that for years and years, because I was here for many years when I was very young, and I said, boy, when I retire, that's the place I want to retire to. It's not the same country, though, guys. It is absolutely not the same country that when I was here before. That was in the Marcos days, so now it's quite a bit different than it was. I talked to a lot of the old-timers around here, and they pine for those days again, But it is what it is. But when I started looking, I actually went on, I believe it was, I can't remember, it was Cupid. I think they call it Filipino Heart now. Morning! And I had like the premium one, talked to a lot of girls, and what I was looking for, I actually set parameters, no children, no super young ones. 32 was my youngest. I was about, when I finally got married, it was about 52, but I had set it for no more than 20 years younger, so I could have somebody talk to. That's just me, though. However you guys want to do it, what works for you will work for you. But I had met a bunch. I had met one. I actually came over, and then, right off, I just left. I just upped and boogied because the sister had one of the kids, and her husband was real dark-skinned, and she had one boy and two daughters that were real dark-skinned, and then the other one was real light-skinned, and she noticed me looking, and we were outside at like a little get-together, and she came over and said, that's my sister's kid. So thank you. Here that one lied. That girl lied. So I up and boogied. I actually made sure I could talk to him back and forth to see how the English was. And one of them was just texting. I said, let's go on the messenger, because it was a lot. They can't afford the Filipino Heart or Cupid as it was then. Some of them can't afford it. They go to the internet cafe and all this. So I just get it on Messenger. We'd go back and forth on the Messenger. Well, the one girl wouldn't talk. So I actually got this. Look, I want to come visit, but I'm not going to come visit you if you don't talk to me. Well, I'm not kidding you. It took about 20 seconds, and I deleted her. Because you can delete on there. Her voice was absolutely the most horrible voice, and I was thinking, holy cow, if I had to live with a voice like that, my head would explode. That's how picky I was. I was very picky, and I came with the plan of I wanted to have children. That was my main thing. That was one of the things I would ask the girls. I want children, and I'd even ask them, even though I had no children, do you have children? And also I wanted Christian girl, and it took years. It took all the way till I think it was 2011, something like that, when I found my wife. And we have 3 beautiful kids. I mean, I just love these little guys. They're something else. They're coming up the lambs. They're getting a little bit of me, a little bit of her. I sure do hope they start the schools again here. I think what they're doing is just absolutely insane. With the kids, we're going down to a school here next month because there's a school, and I'm seeing kids in the school uniforms walking around here when we go out. So I'd like to get. I would definitely like to get these kids in school as quickly as possible. Even little Geronimo in a preschool or something. And I'll run them around. I'll do what I have to do to run them around. I want to get a bike set up so I can do it like that. I hate the idea of just running the car for these short trips all the time. Personally, I just like to park it and leave it. That's my deal. But that's something to watch out for. That Filipino heart or Cupid, I don't know what it is anymore. I'm not sure what they call it now, but look that up if you're looking for somebody. Also, there's investigative services here that you can get in Manila. I can't remember the one I used, but one of them, what I would do is the girl, as soon as they would ask for money, it was immediate delete. Or they'd start saying something about their mother, their this, their that. Just boom, gone, goodbye. And but there was one of them. She was pretty nice, and she said she had a little sister. And then the sister was sick, and of course she had pictures. And then this doctor sent something that they needed to do an operation on this kid and all this stuff. Now no way I was going to send her money, but I thought, let's go ahead and see. So I said, look into this for me. And it's not too expensive to get a private eye here. It's not expensive at all. Well, come to find out, she was scamming a boatload of people on that. A whole bunch of people. She was getting them to save money, and she was in cahoots with this doctor lady. They were both in on it together, and they were using these little kids that were in the hospital that had cancer, and their heads were bald and all this stuff. And they were already paid for by somebody, but they were using these kids. And they wound up getting caught because I pushed the issue, and then I went right through the Cupid to nail them, and reported them and stuff. So I don't know what happened to them, but that's some of the stuff you guys are going to run into. So you got to be real careful. But there are sites that'll investigative sites that'll go check them out, and they'll talk to the people, see what kind of person you're getting. And if you know people here, other expats, they might be able to lead you to some nice people. We actually fixed up my buddy in the States and he's married. He married my wife's friend. So that works out. That'll work out okay as long as you know somebody. And find out if they're a good person or not. Because there's definitely scammers, guys. You got to watch out for that, and you just hear of it too much. I'm hearing more and more. I was never into watching all the expat sites, but especially since we moved here, I have Signal now, so I'm actually watching more when I go up to bed at night. The kids, we go to bed early, and I'm just not sleepy. If I go to bed with them at 8 o'clock, I'm up at 1:30. Because I only sleep that long. That's it. I sleep, 5.5 hours. That's all I sleep, and then I'm awake, and there's no going back to sleep. So if I go to bed at 8 o'clock with them, then I get up at 1 and I can watch some of these expat sites. And it's amazing how many people are getting scammed by these girls, especially the older guys with the real young ones. And you would think they would know better. You would think these older guys would know better than to get scammed like this. Me, I was real careful when I come. I was any little thing that was off, delete. Just that was it. Because there's a delete button. You can just delete them, and they're completely blocked from your account forevermore unless you reopen it. And as soon as they'd say something that didn't jive with something they said before, it's like I had one on there. it seemed like she was doing other ones with what she was saying, like she forgot what she was saying. And she got on there one day, and she goes, "Oh, how you doing, Rick?" I said, "Rick, this is Bob." Who the heck are you talking about? Oh, what? Oh, I'm sorry, Bob. Oh, I was just kidding. So she obviously didn't know. So, boop, delete. That was just another scammer. And so many of them will ask for money. Even when I was here, it's so funny. I'm here now, and I'll get somebody from the call center who I haven't seen in a couple years, never knew where they lived, anything about them other than that they came to work and they were an agent there. And they'll come up and say, "Hey," they'll get on the messenger, "Hey, Rickshaw, blah blah blah. This is so and so." And okay, I remember him. "Oh yeah, can you loan me $25,000? I need the money very bad. I'll pay you back on payday." Who the hell is that? So watch out for that too. When you come here, if you do find a woman to get married and decide to do like a 13A like me, or an SRRV, whatever they call it, if you try to do any of that stuff, just be wary. They're gonna come for money. Everybody and his brother's gonna come to borrow money. Everybody. They're gonna swarm you just like a hive of bees when they swarm. And they all do it, and they don't feel me. I was so embarrassed to want to borrow money from anybody when I was younger. If I was broke or something, I was embarrassed. They're not here. This is just what they do. They're going to hit you for money, and they all come up with sob stories. I've had people write me these super long letters and say, "Don't read this until you get home here." And I open it up, and it's just an ennui. I mean, you can barely see it. And they're wanting, all these things they'll tell you about for the money. Morning. And they're hitting you up for dough, and it's like, who the heck are these people? I don't know. And then families will hit you up. Families and friends of the family, they'll all hit you up. We actually had a guy in here one time that was my wife's cousin. He was from one of the southern islands, and he came into the house and just started wanting stuff that was hanging on the walls, and he wanted this. "You got lots, give that to me." And he wouldn't stop. And I just told him, "Look, pal, stop. You come to my house, got you some beer, got your stuff to eat, take what you get and say thank you." And he wouldn't stop. Finally, "Get out of my house." It was just get out. And then, of course, the rest of them, they were felt insulted also, so they had to leave with him because they came with him. But I got tired of it, and my wife was, "Oh, well, you probably shouldn't have done that." No, baloney. No. They always say you need to take on the Filipino way. Well, wait a minute. It's a two-way street. It's a damn two-way street. They got to take on some of our ways too. If you're an American and a Filipino, or a foreigner at all and a Filipina, they got to take on some of your ways. And when a woman marries a guy, her main job is to back the husband. Period. That's how it should be. And I had a long talk with my wife about that. Don't you back anyone else. We're in this together. I work for us to pay all these bills, not for them. I don't owe those people anything. Those are your family. You want to give them some of your allowance, that's your business. I'm not giving any of mine. I didn't even like the dude. You know what I mean? If I liked him, it might have been different. But I don't like him. There's that stinking dog again. Shh. He lets him out. I'm going down there. There he is again. This guy keeps letting the dog out. We were out last night, took pictures of it. The kids and I went for a walk, and it chased us all the way down the street. So I got out and took some pictures of it with the phone. So I'm going to cut this short and go down to the association right now and tell them. And this guy's going too far. I think he's doing it on purpose now. He had the dog chained up. Now he doesn't. So I'm going to go ahead and cut you out, but pay close attention if you're looking for a Filipino, and try to find some expats here, because they'll know who the good chicks are and who the scammers are. If you can start talking to some of them. I met some pretty cool people on here. I talked to my buddy Mike down Sariago all the time. Never met him in person. Hello, handsome. And never met him in person, but I want to. I really do. Met Tropical Tim, love the guy, and you'll meet them, and they're here. They're boots on the ground, and they can, people like that can help you. They can help you find somebody who's decent instead of a scammer and somebody who's just going to try to take all your money. So this is Rick Shaw, and it's the 26th. There's supposed to be a blood moon tonight. We're going to watch for it. Last night, it came in the bedroom window. What was happening is, right after dark, I would see the moon over here. Well, now that it's full, it's way over here at the same time of day. So it's very strange. And then it would come over, before it was coming over this way and setting over that way. Well, last night it set over there. So it's weird. I do not understand how the moon travels. I just don't understand its travels at all. But anybody wants to fill me in on that, I'd love to hear it. But I'm going to let you go. And this is Rick Shaw out.